Welcome to OWAD today. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. Today's expression is a little bit lengthy and wordy. It's called 特种兵式旅游. Can you figure out by one translation? 特种兵式旅游 is special type soldier. So that's Chinese to say special force, and then styled after that special force, and 旅游 travel swim. Okay, so Chinese pair travel and swim together means tourism. You're being a tourist somewhere, so that's how you say Chinese in 旅游. So how you tour in Chinese? It could be, I mean, if travel itself means land movement in a crowd, and you could be water movement, kind of like a cruise in contemporary sense. Okay, so 特种兵式, one by one, because it's a lot, I'll try to speed it up. 特 is a special type of ox, which is used as a breeder of the ox. According to some documents, that among the ox or horses, only 25% of the male are selected as the breeder. So that's how special they are. And the way it's expressing the specialness is, okay, on the left side is the ox symbol, which is the cross with the horn. That's how Chinese capture. I have a full episode talking about the ox. And then the right side is a plant, trident shape, growing on the ground. The plant on the top, the bottom is the three-finger hand symbol with a pointer. I think it's 1 inch down, something like that, of this measured pulse reading practice. So when you see plant next to this measured reading, it's converted, not about pulse reading anymore. It's the practice as accuracy or measured as if it's pulse reading applied on planting activity. So that means you are carefully planting. I guess in ancient agrarian society, planted correctly is your livelihood. So you have to be very well measured, do it, everything optimized, okay? And then that special measured way of basically a farming activity or planting things in, paired with ox, get this meaning of that is special. It's a measured seed planting purpose ox. The whole thing makes sense, right? That is exactly what the definition of a breeder is. 种 or 种, actually, depends on if it's used as a noun, then it's pronounced as 种. If it's an action, we use 种. Because think about it, Chinese, we have 4 tones, and this fourth tone, probably is most forceful, and that tone often paired with action word. So if this word can be used both as a noun, as a verb. When it comes to a verb application, it could be volatile. I mean, this is my hypothesis. I just thought about it. It may be validated, okay? So 种, 特种兵 in this sense is a noun, but it came from the action of 种, means planting or farming activity. We have the plant symbol or the crop symbol. Top of the tree, bottom of the tree, I mean the root of the tree connected with the trunk. That's a basic tree or average plant structure. And then you have this tilted top. That means it's ripening, it's dripping down. So that's our Chinese crop symbol. On the right, it's talk about who, when, where. So who is the human person sitting on the top. It visually stacking up, but it's really 3 symbols have to be put together in one frame. And that's how, like, you cannot overlap each other too much. But stacking up doesn't mean they are in the real world physically stack up on top of each other. Okay, they took me some time to understand that. So a human, when is at the morning, at the sunrise time. So sunrise is expressed by, again, canopy of the tree, root of the tree connected by the trunk. So you see similar structures as in here, right? 2 big arches connected by a vertical line. That's tree in general. And then we have this sphere with horizontal line, that is energetic ball, to describe the sun. When we have the sun, that's not even above the treetop yet. That's the morning time when the sun is still close to the horizon. So that's when. And where is the soil on top of the soil? Chinese use this 2 horizontal lines with 1 vertical line, and this vertical line have to cross it. So you have above the first vertical line is the ground. You have above the ground section and the below ground section to mean something is planted. It has both the underground and above ground portion. And then you have the indicator intersect with the bottom of this vertical line, means it's the surrounding of the root. It's not the root itself, because we have another character that looks very similar, but intersect in the middle of the root passing through it. That means the potential, that means the root itself. But this is at the very tip of the root. That means the surrounding of the root, which is the soil. So that's who, when, where, and this person does planting or farming activity. Okay, this is a fighting activity. It's not farming at all anymore. Double-handed, 3-finger hand symbol means this one person's pair of hands. And then this is the axe symbol. Chinese didn't use the shape of the axe to describe this axe. Instead, it chose the action of the axe, which is carving off or cutting off or chopping off this chunk from this main body. So imagine it's a big log, right? And then axe it through. And then you can see this curve and this curve actually go together. They match. That means this actually was cut off. So the action of the axe is shown here. And then you have the double hand holding the axe, means a warrior in ancient times using the axe as a weaponry back then. And that's a Chinese way to say this is a warrior, I translate as shoulder. So special force soldier is Chinese way 特种兵 to say special force. And 士 style is made with another weaponry, which is probably longer with sharp edges. It's called 戈. And then we have this engineering sign, which is 2 horizontal lines connected with 1 vertical line. You see how this is similar to the soil, but instead it doesn't go up, puncturing through, because once you puncture through, that means some plant growing the ground, even if 2 horizontal lines is not the same thing. Okay, so this 2 horizontal lines has nothing to do with soil anymore. Actually, this is a man-made tool that measure the perpendicular, the right angle, to make sure the building in ancient times going upward, upstanding from the ground. So this symbolizes the engineering, means it's measured, it has to be accurate, right? For it to function, it has to be accurate. So there is this weaponry paired with engineering sign, means this is an engineered piece of weaponry. And it's within that weaponry category, you engineer it to fit for different applications or uses, and therefore it becomes like a variety of the weaponry, then extend into a variety of other things. It becomes style. So because once you travel, you can travel in all kinds of style, right? All kinds of modes and ways, land, water, air, however you want to. So 士 then becomes the particular style described in front of it, which is travel as if you are a special force. Okay, 旅游 is this travel. And you can see they share this flag sign, this trident thing connected with this flowy 2 strokes is a way to describe the flag. Actually, this is a particular flag that used in military. So I would imagine ancient times without modern communication tools that people communicated to a crowd, to the mass quickly, so everybody is coordinated. It's important, right? The timing in ancient times, a fight, that you need to follow the same rhythm and the direction. So this flag then was used in the, I guess, on a war time. Then the two people symbol kind of a little bit distorted, different from this farming person. This is a standing straight person. And you can see it as a crowd, a formation of made of individual, like infantry, right? One follow another. And the top of this can be the third one, but because it's a stacking up, Chinese often stack up, made of three things by one place it on the top, two place it above to keep a visual balance. But it really means a lot of them. So that's one thing to read it, the top one as the third person means a crowd. Or the other way is to read it as a direction, like going forward. So you already have this two person, means one following another, multiple people, and then going forward under the direction of the flag. And that becomes the beginning of, originally this meaning of means 500 people unit of a fighting force. Again, it's from the military. Like these three characters are all military related, even the fourth one, maybe. But eventually it becomes travel because you have to move and you may have to move coordinated way with other people, which is probably a type of group traveling. And you, we have the water symbol on the left side, mainstream of the water and the broken sides of the water. So imagine water flowing in nature. That's how a Chinese capture it. And then the same flag. Then we have this direction again, forward going. And then we have, instead of a person, like an adult person, this is big-headed baby. Then we have this torso without the leg detail, but it does have both arms reaching out. So that's a Chinese baby symbol. Then we have this baby going forward under the flag near the water. Like it doesn't make sense, right? Unless Chinese train their babies to swim from early on. But according to scholars, this describes a type of a flowy flag, as if it's as flowy as water. And I don't really know what the baby is doing over there. Altogether, it means a swim. It makes sense when it has water, right? And then it's only the direction of swim as flowy as a flag, but the actor of the swimming, which is the baby, it doesn't really make sense to me. So that's something to be explained in the future. Maybe I can think about some way. 特种兵式旅游 simply is a Chinese, mostly Gen Z, energetic college age students who want to go see places, but they have limited time and funding, so they travel very intensely and try to pin that down, all the locations quickly and share with their friends, right? It's really not, travel like with a family that you want to take your time, enjoy, take care of the babies, right? All that family style or older people, folks travel style is the younger, energetic, and sometimes a brutal, but that works for them. So that's Chinese 特种兵式旅游. Thank you for your time. See you another day.